Hi everyone, this is Miss Inge. I hope you all had a very nice Easter weekend with your families. Last week we started our project of the work The Scream by Edward Munch, one of the most famous artworks of modern art history. So last week we created our image in lines. No, remember how we created that 1 point perspective here? No, if you haven't done yet, first watch the video from last week so you can catch up. This week I want you to finish it adding colors. So here I'm just going to show you a few ideas of how to use colors. I would like you to use preference normal colors. I hope you have them. You can use paint as well, but I think the effect for this work works best with colors. So as you can see again here, that we created different spaces, and remember how the artist talked about seeing the sky flaming red. No, so we're talking about this afternoon where you have lots of color in the sky, and already the rest of the countryside starts to be a little bit more shadowy, a little darker. And it's a great opportunity to use different techniques. Now, what I'm doing here is using different colors in each space. So I decide, for instance, that this first one I want to be a little bit more orange. So I used orange as my main color, but I combined them with other colors that I thought would be appropriate. And I basically start coloring, adding a little bit here, maybe coloring a little bit on top. You can layer, you can put colors next to each other, but you can also try to layer them. Give also maybe a little bit more emphasis with one color by giving more pressure than with the other. You can also use white and it will slightly blend a little bit your colors. So here, for instance, you can see when I'm working the shadows, I'm working with different kind of blues, maybe a little bit of greens, a little tiny bit of black, could be some gray, and start adding, creating that extra effect that there's a lot of color going on there. Don't just take one color and color an entire space. No, I want you to try to create effects using different colors. Here I want to show you a little bit the vents. Now look, when you add color and the way you add color, it will create an extra effect to your 1 point perspective. So I used a lot of darker browns for the side that we sort of look against, and then lighter for that 3D effect. Now that doesn't mean that I just use browns. I also use again some oranges. I can use a little bit of red even, and play a little bit with that. I'm going to show you. I will add a picture also that you can see that there are a lot of different colors going on in there. So that is the kind of effect, the kind of practice that I'm expecting from you. I will add this image to CNET tomorrow.